Okay, in this video, I'm going to be covering all the tools and materials I use to make my work realistic and very good. Good day, guys. My name is A. James, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, learning as an artist, as a beginner artist, I do look out for most of these top artists, and I see the artworks, and I wonder how do they make this artwork as realistic as possible. And I found it out, and that's what I use and practice in my artwork, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Now, this boils down to two major things. One is the materials and tools they use, and two is the drawing techniques which they use. Now, the first material which we use is the pencils. Under the pencils, we have two major pencils, which is the graphite pencil and the charcoal pencil. Now, the graphite pencil, these are the pencils which all of us know, like the one we used in school, in the middle grade, in our secondary school, and so. Then these are most of the pencils we all use, and they are much higher grade in this. There's the F pencil to the HB and also the B pencil. The F signifies for hardness and the B signifies for softness, which is there is from a grade of 9B to as low as 8B, 9H to as low as 8B. Those are the different sizes of grades of pencil. And we also have the charcoal pencils. These charcoal pencils is just different from the normal pencils we all know. I use these charcoal pencils for most of the darkest parts of my drawings. You could see that artists use charcoal pencils, and why I prefer charcoal pencils than graphite pencil is the ability for it to go that dark than graphite. Because I remember having an experience where I did a very good drawing, and when I snapped the drawing with a flashlight, I ended up seeing that this graphite has the ability to reflect light while it's still that dark point, but this charcoal doesn't. Now, the next tool which I use is the erasers. Of course, the eraser, I use four main types of eraser, which is the normal eraser we all know, the kneaded eraser, the tumble mono eraser, and the electric eraser. Now, the normal eraser, these are the eraser we know we used in the secondary school and so, but I have a more advanced one we could use, which is the non-dust eraser. It's just like a normal eraser, but it produces less or no dust when you erase on your paper. Now, the second type of eraser is the kneaded eraser. This is a kind of soft eraser that can be able to be formed into different shapes. It's used in creating details and can be used in erasing or picking just a fraction of charcoal on the paper. It doesn't produce as harsh points like the normal eraser, but it just lifts off a little bit of the eraser of the charcoal. Now, the third one is the tumble mono eraser. The tumble mono eraser is a kind of eraser formed like a pen. It comes with the pen shape for easy handling. Now, this eraser is used in creating details in some hair pores, in some hair strands, even in some skin pores. I use this eraser mainly to create tiny details that my normal eraser cannot go. That normal eraser is big in the hand, so it can't really clean a little bit of sharp points. So that's where I apply using my tumble mono eraser. Then the next one which I have is the electric eraser. This electric eraser is kind of a mechanical type of eraser. It incorporates using some spinning electric motors with some electrical device that helps you spin your eraser to create details. Now, this electric eraser creates a very sharp point and can be used in detailing. It could be used in creating texture, it could be used in creating reflections or any sharp points on your drawing. These are one of the most important tool you could use in detailing, even in hyper realistic drawings. Now, the next tool which I have is the blending stump. This blending stump, I use it to blend out charcoal pencils after shading. Most times we shade on on our papers, it produces very harsh shades, unlike the graphite which produces smooth shades. So we go over it with the blending stump. This blending stump helps to smoothen out the harshness of the charcoal on our paper. Next tool is the sharpening tools. Now, the tools I use for sharpening, like we all know, like the sharpener and the razor blade, but I found out that using the sharpener on our charcoal pencil is more difficult because these charcoal pencils are more soft and they end up breaking. So I recommend using sharpeners for graphite pencils, and blades for charcoal pencils. Now the sixth tool is our fixative spray. Fixative spray is basically a spray which an artist uses once he's done with the drawing and he wants to make this work permanent on the paper. That's why when you spray your work, it's going to be permanent, meaning you can't erase from it, but you could only add from it. Once the spray is applied to the paper, it makes the work permanent and it's easy for preservation of the art. The seventh and most important tool is our paper, of course. Growing up and starting up as an artist, I do use the local A4 paper to the cardboard paper, or when I began to gain mastery in my art, I incorporated using quality papers, and I'm going to list out those quality papers in their hierarchy. Now the first one, and one of the best you could ever find, is the Straightmore Bristol paper. These are one of the papers that even most top artists use, like the Arinze Stanley, Kevin Okafor. Most of them, they use the Straightmore paper. Alabaster paper is another. Pelican paper, I've used it always. Fine line paper has a kind of texture to it. It has a kind of line texture to it, so when you draw, there could be a bit of lines in your drawing, but it's kind of good for still life drawing, for kind of nature art. So much application for it. Then we have also the Night White paper. Now these are all papers you can use. And in the embossed paper, we have the needlepoint paper and the fine line paper. We also have the charcoal powder and some brushes. I recommend using filbert brush and flat brushes. Now these are just like normal paint brush you could use, and also charcoal powder. This is how I create skin tones and using it to shade, other than using my pencil directly on my paper. So this is all for this video, guys. Hope you see it, and the next video I'm going to be telling you the tools and the uses of all these materials I've listed, and see you on the next one. Hope you share, subscribe, and comment on this video. See you guys, and remain A James.